What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game King of the Monsters, which was released on the Neo Geo MVS by SNK, and it was later ported to the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. And this is a fighting game with some pro wrestling moves that has monsters in it as playable characters who pretty much fight in Japan and stuff like that. And pretty much the goal is to pin one of the monsters for a 3 count, let the time run out and stuff like that. Now, like I said, the game takes place in Japan in different cities and everything, where the MVS version has 12 stages, while the Super Nintendo and Genesis version has only 8 and everything. Now, some of the like stages are like Tokyo, Hiroshima, Kobe, Osaka, stuff like that. This is like mainly the Neo Geo MVS version. Now the Super Nintendo version don't have the Hiroshima and Kobe states and stuff like that. But it pretty much has the other stages in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like Tokyo and stuff like that, Okinawa and stuff like that. Yokohama, I think I'm thinking of pronouncing it right the second time. You know what I'm saying? However, in the Genesis version, Tokyo is the only city in Japan that's like a premise that's playable stage in the game and stuff like that. Where the states in the other states in the Genesis version are pretty much megaports, uh, Castle City, and Dragon City and stuff like that. Where the Tokyo is the last 2 stages. Now with the Super Nintendo and Genesis version, pretty much Tokyo is consists of the last 2 stages and stuff like that. Now the Neo Geo MVS version has the following monsters: Gion Weather, Wu, Poison Ghost, Rocky, Beetlemania, an Astro Guy. It's kind of like references to like the Beatles, Ultraman, Godzilla, and different stuff like that. So there's some pop culture references in the game in terms of the monsters themselves. Now, Wu and Poison Ghost are the only 2 characters in the game that's not in the Super Nintendo and Genesis version and stuff like that. Now, the modes for the Neo Geo MVS version are 1 player and 2 player versus the computer, 1 player versus 2 player, and 1 player versus the computer. Now, the 1 player versus the computer is pretty much the main mode of the game, where you fight through the 12 stages. Of course, in the Neo Geo MVS version, and the player 1, player 2 versus computer is pretty much the story mode, but you have 2 people playing against the computer and stuff like that. And pretty much the 1 player versus 2 player mode is what you see in like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, where 2 people fight against each other in the best out of 3 rounds and stuff like that. And the Super Nintendo and Genesis version pretty much replaced the 1 player, 2 player versus computer mode with the options mode and stuff like that. You could pretty much change the difficulty, time limit, and the number of continues and stuff. Now with the difficulty, you can pick normal, easy, hard, and mania. And mania is pretty much another word for expert and stuff like that. As far as the time limit, you got 3 minutes, 5, 7, or 9 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And then there's, as far as the number of continues are concerned, you get like 3, 5, 7, 9, or 12. Now, as far as the design and graphics are concerned, they are pretty good with some nice color palettes and stuff like that. The controls and gameplay are decent, but the hit detection can be wonky at times. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you have the fact that you try to do a combo moves, you can be easily interrupted too, so that can be annoying at times and stuff like that. And pretty much, as far as the music is concerned, it's all right, but the Genesis version is the worst. Has the worst soundtrack after three versions. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they show you which stage you're gonna fight in next. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the horns are kind of annoying and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, the main flaw, in my opinion, is the difficulty when you combine it with the wonky hit detection and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I would say that the mania difficulty is kind of on the playable side, and if you be lucky if you get one win out of the one player versus the computer mode and stuff like that and stuff. Now, and I'll be honest to say that the Super Nintendo and Genesis version should have had the all 12 stages and all six monsters like the Neo Geo MVS versions. I don't know why they cut the four stages and two monsters for it, unless it didn't have the have the type of specification that the Neo Geo MVS has. But I don't see outside of that, I don't see no reason why they pretty much cut the stages and reduce the number of monsters. You know. Now I will say that King of the Monsters did have a good idea. I'll be honest enough to admit that it was just like poorly executed as far as the music and the fact that the number of stages and the number of monsters were reduced along with the difficulty and stuff. As far as the score, I definitely give it a 5 out of 10 because of the limited appeal it has to like some fighting game, like people who like fighting games and people who like say um, Godzilla because one of the monster does like is based off of like God loosely based off of Godzilla and stuff. Now, with that being said, if you like, uh, you can sound off in the comment section on whether or not you like the game. You know what I'm saying? You can mention whether you're not. You can mention whether which version you like. You know, and stuff like that. With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.